China, especially the Liaoning province, has been an incredible source of dinosaur finds. In 2012, a paper was published of 3 near-complete skeletons of a basal tyrannosauroid. And most exciting was the presence of long filamentous feathers, which for the rest of this review, I'm just going to call feathers for convenience. This was, of course, Yutyrannus huali, and I'm delighted PNSO decided to tackle this uniquely Chinese dinosaur. Now, prior to this, we knew of other feathered basal tyrannosauroids, such as Tilong. But Tilong was small, possibly only 2 meters long, or about 6 feet, as an adult. The largest feathered dinosaur prior to Yutyrannus was the 2.2 meter or 7.2 foot Therizinosaurus Beipiaosaurus. And here we have a bona fide medium-sized feathered theropod, estimated to be between 7.5 to 9 meters, that's 24.6 to 29.5 feet. This is Yinqi, the Yutyrannus, and at 25.5 centimeters or 10 inches, this model is between 1 to 30 to 1 to 35 scale. Now, setting aside arguments that Yutyrannus could have been an Allosauroid, a large tyrannosauroid with feathers suggested that later tyrannosaurids might have had them too. Now, the few skin impressions we have of tyrannosaurids like Gorgosaurus and Tarbosaurus are scaly, but absence of evidence doesn't mean evidence of absence. So we have 2 camps, one in the feathered and the other in the non-feathered group. Now, I don't have a dog in that fight, but as far as Yutyrannus, if there had been no feathers, I would have been
a little disappointed.
We have filamentous impressions around the caudal vertebrae, the cervical vertebrae, the limb and the pes, and some as long as 15 centimeters or 6 inches. So it's reasonable to believe that this covering was present throughout. Yu is short for yumao or feathers, and the species name huali means beautiful. So Yutyrannus huali literally means beautiful feathered tyrant, and beautifully feathered it is. From the nape to the chaps and everywhere else, this dinosaur is feathered. No expanse is bad. I can do no better than to just give you an overall scan so you can admire the detail of the plumage. Now just look at the integument throughout. The head, the underside of the jaws, the back, the belly, and you can see the gradation of color from the brown to the white. And even among the browns, there are different shades. The arms, thighs, and legs, then down the tail, I do wish there were more silvery accents, since this is named Yinqi after all, which means silverware. And I love the way the feathers just drape and follow the curves in different areas of the body. Just look at how the feathers are sitting so naturally. Having looked at the main event, let's look at a few other aspects. The shape of the head follows closely to the skull. There's a low midline crest on the snout that's formed from the nasals and the premaxilla. There's a postorbital boss. The jaw is articulated. Now, very weirdly, the tongue seems to have a portion of it missing, near the root. And that looks like a very glaring defect to me. And alas, the teeth, at least on mine, are not well painted. The primitive three-fingered hand is nicely detailed, and you can see the very sharp claws here. The leg proportions look good, not as elongate as in derived tyrannosaurs. In both sets of limbs, I like how the feathery integument transitions to a scaly one. In the fingers and the toes, which leaves the hands and the feet exposed. And actually, combined with this most unusual and lively pose, the whole effect actually reminds me of a satyr. Now, the pose is certainly unusual, perhaps stalking, a threat display, perhaps even a courtship dance. Plenty of room for interpretation. Now, let's do some comparisons. First, the previous size holder for feathered dinosaurs, the beautifully sculpted Carnegie Beipiaosaurus. For some feathered tyrannosaurs, we have the wild safari T-Rex, and then the Collectae. And then of course the other PNSO tyrannosaurs, the T-Rex, then the Tianzhousaurus. And the new Tubbysaurus. And there we have the full PNSO Tyrannosaur parade, and it looks amazing. I'm looking forward to more Tyrannosauroids from PNSO in the future, hopefully all to the same scale. It will truly represent a fine collection of Tyrannosauroids hitherto undreamt of. All in all, I'm very satisfied with this Yutyrannus. Without a doubt, this is the only one I need to buy now and I foresee for a long time to come. PNSO has shown it's not shy about doing non-T-Rex tyrannosaurs. I'm starting from the Tyrannosaurus, and they are well capable of sculpting feathered tyrannosaurs. And while I'm starting to experience a saturation point with the more popular theropod dinosaurs, I'm still keen to have less represented members of their families. I love a Teratophonius from them, and maybe a Gorgosaurus next. So have a great day, guys. I hope you've enjoyed a look at this marvelous feathered dinosaur, and I'll see you soon with another review.